Welcome back. It's hard when I sit down and edit these videos to not include footage of us driving down the road, because arguably this adventure has definitely been more about the journey than the destinations. And the roads that Freddie has taken us along have been truly out of this world, and although probably not the best footage for the viewer, if you have ever been along these roads or have them on your bucket list, you'll completely understand why it's so important to include them.
Future is unknown, and you will have your mind blown. No rest for no one, no kidding, we will drown. Damn, it'll be fun. I'm telling you, my, we are too intense.
So we've made it to our park up for the night. Was going to go for one further up the road, but a friend told us about this one a long time ago, so we've come here. It's a massive plateau. There's loads of parking all around this area. Again, I'll put the what 3 words to the start of where you can park up, and come in this way. I'll show you. I'll mark the road on the map which way to come in if you want to come up to this area. But don't go through if you're in a motorhome, we can get Freddie through just about. If you're in a motorhome or anything bigger than Freddie, we're not comfortable going through small villages. There's a little village down the road where it gets very, very tight. So come this way in, you'll have a lovely scenic drive. You won't get out a third, and you'll be in second quite a bit of that on them switchbacks. But yeah, I mean, on a little plateau here, there's some farms, and we're overlooked by that. Again, it's really difficult to show you the size of things on these lenses, but it is a monster, an absolute monster. So we're going to put our boots on and we're going to go for a little walk.
So a note to myself, I must get fitter. Freddie's just down there behind us. We just climbed up the first little hill, see if we can get a view over the top and get a view of the nice peaks. I'm absolutely hanging. I've got a bootie of ice and I'm only wearing trainer socks, and then I managed to dribble on myself. Really attractive. So yeah, maybe I should try and join the local gym.
Take me away from home, away from
So again, an incredible place. And we're almost in a plateau here, in a bowl, surrounded by the steepest mountains. And the tractor's making his way up, and he even is struggling with all that torque. So I wouldn't really want to bring Freddie up here.
But it is absolutely stunning up here. It's gorgeous. I've got my thick jacket on. To be fair, it's not cold, and that's not because I'm out of breath or unfit. It's actually quite mild today, even though we've got all this snow around us and these peaks up here. It's a bit heavenly. How's the old man doing behind me? Catching up? We'll get there eventually.
Wow, 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 guys. Guys. Come here. Take the diversion off the main road and come here. I wish you could see and get the grandeur of this place. It is absolutely spectacular. The mountains are humongous. Like nothing we've seen for a long, long time. Absolutely gorgeous. And don't be afraid if you've not got a camper van or a motor home, just sleep in your car. these places here that we've been to, you're lucky if you see a car on the road during the daytime, and night time is so peaceful. But you must come and see this, quite incredible.
So I've taken a little detour just to discover this place. It's on the way down. It just looked really pretty. Lots of boulders. And a rather big hole. It makes you kind of wonder what happened there. But again, another gorgeous, gorgeous area. Before any of you ask, no, I haven't got holes in my gloves. These are special photographic gloves. The top has a little magnet on there, so I can pin it back, and I can use my thumb and my index finger on both hands for controlling my camera. So it's only the tips that get cold, but believe me, they get really cold. But yeah, it keeps the rest of my hands nice and toasty. So as I've got sidetracked and gone for a wander, I have lost Tony. I was wondering whether he'd made it down to Freddie before me. Perhaps he'd got the kettle on, but Freddie appears to be closed. So I'm not really sure where he is. He might sneak up on me. And I was going to head this way, but it looks like quite a sheer drop, and then the area where the kids were sledding, which means the only way down for there is on my bum, and I haven't got a tin tray, so that's a no. So I'm going to have to walk all the way back and come down the sensible route. I think I've got the snow to slip on and the rocks to fall over, and the holes in between the rocks to fall down. So I will come back to you once I've made it to Freddie in one piece. Either that or from the hospital bed where I've broken something. Because as you know, I am somewhat clumsy.
I seem to have lost Claire somewhere. She's not in the van. And I've walked to the top of the big basin here to have a look at the mountains there you've just seen. And Claire's not behind me. The last thing I knew, she was talking to you. So I don't know where she's gone. I came up here for a view. I can see her taking pictures of Freddie right on the bottom of the hill.
Ooh. This method of coming downhill in snow is not recommended. Does not come with any recommendation at all, and it does come with a severe health and safety warning. I now have 2 booties of freezing cold, whoop, icy snow. There's more ice than snow as well. Ooh. Oh dear Lord. Whoop. Okay, still no sign of Tony. I'm hoping he hasn't fallen anywhere. He's probably just out of view laughing at me, to be honest. Or putting his hands over his eyes because he knows what comes next. God. Whoop. We're down to relative safety. Oh. And I've got 2 very cold feet. But Freddie is there. He's calling me, ready for a cup of tea. Although I think Tony has the keys. Oh no. Tony definitely has the keys. I'm not going back up. I am not going back up to find him. I will wait. and then I'll put the kettle on.
Right, let's go back, put the kettle on. I'm sure Claire's thirsty. I'm just intrigued to where she's gone. I just saw her a minute ago taking pictures of Freddie from the snowbank down there. Oh, well, looks like I'm going to complete the rest of the adventure on my own, folks. I've lost my wife. So if you're in a lighter van, a V-dub, something like that, transit, you'll easily make it up to this platform here. The road's quite steep. It's manageable, easy in cars, but there's a great park up the top here, folks, as well. Great big parking place behind me here, so you can park there. You can't go beyond that point. It says no camping's allowed past that point on that dirt road that I've just been walking along, which tells you the opposite, doesn't it, that you can park there. So you can park there overnight, hard standing, relatively flat, and have a great view in the morning when the sun comes up from there and lights all this up. I hope it's clear in the morning. I would like to take a couple more pictures of that tree. Boring. We'll see what they come out like in the morning, shall we? Got to bring all my gear up here, but it is steep. I think it's a little bit too much hard work for Freddie. So motorhomes, no. You can come up the road we come up. We were in second gear a few times, but not up to this point. It'd probably be a little bit too much. Better to be safe than sorry. Better to be safe than bust your head gasket.
So it gives you another perspective of where I just came down from. I was walking up here and came down that way. Well, he hasn't fallen off a mountain. I can see him, and very difficult for you to see, I think. He's just coming up to this tree here. He may be some time before he's back down.
Claire's back at the van and I'm miles away still. So while I'm making my way back down the track to Claire, you can contact us on Messenger through Adventure Van Freddy on Facebook. And if you've got any messages concerning your van build, we've already answered a few. Video making, anything like that, photography, then don't be afraid to drop us a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Claire obviously specialises in photography now, and as we turn our business on and hopefully make a little bit of money out of it, we'll help you along the way if we can. In fact, in the future we're going to open photographic lessons. We've been doing this for a while, and although we don't show you everything on here, because that's not what this channel is about, and we haven't got the time or money to open up another YouTube channel and start that off on purely photography. It is, believe it or not, our speciality. So if you've got any questions, Claire's been helping a girl out actually today who took a movement shot. So if you've got any questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask, and we'll do our best.
And in other news today, not only have I found Tony, but we picked up some diesel for the diesel heater, so we won't freeze. It was quite chilly getting up the last couple of mornings, and early nights were had because it was quite chilly at night too. But we managed to stop at a station today, filled up Freddie, and yeah, filled up the diesel heater. So nice and toasty game of Ludo will be had tonight, and Claire will be getting out of bed mostly once Tony's turned the heater on in the morning, if he ever comes down this hill, because it's taking forever. Here he comes, guys. A little slip, and here he is, just down there. He'll be coming down the mountain when he comes. He'll be coming down the mountain when he comes. You took your time.
You took a shortcut.
Yeah, I went downhill, off-piste. I went off-piste.
I went off-piste. And then I got pieced off because you disappeared. I climbed the top of that.
Did you?
Yeah.
He climbed Everest, people.
I didn't. I just got to that peak there, top of that peak, and then I've wondered where you were, and I felt a bit bad abandoning you. Just went up that face there. Quick climb.
Little scramble up.
Little scramble up, and got a little bit lonely, so I thought I'd come back and get you. But the temperature's dropping now, so
It is.
I've bottled out and think I'd rather a cup of tea.
Oh, good.
Come back tomorrow. You know it's not enough that I can make you laugh. Why try to borrow even more time you never have? It's too late, too late, too late, too late. Slide down the rooftop. Slide down the rooftop. It's too late, too late, too late, too late. You'd have to rebuild me from the ground up. From the ground up.
In answer to a question we received last week from Robin Jones on which we prefer, the Spanish or the French side of the Pyrenees, for us, we are both firmly in agreement that the French side has been most impressive.
There's always something, and I can try to change, but you want something else. Why cut off your wings? You could change the world and I'd still be a mess. It's too late, too late, too late, too late. Slide down the rooftop. Slide down the rooftop. It's too late, too late, too late. Slide down the rooftop. Slide down.
So a great day in all. So like I've said before, guys, just go into Google Maps, hit attractions, and it will come up with loads of stuff in the area. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but just have a little look. And then if you're following us because you do like photography, that's how we find 90% of our images. I said it before, the other way we do it is we've got a series of books called Photographing Blah. I've not been to Blah yet, but we will. But Photographing Scotland, Photographing Cornwall, da-da-da-da-da. And they're really useful to have as well. And again, I know I've said it before, look for those photography locations, even if you're not into photography, because they will take you to some wonderful scenic places. Incredible. Half of our adventures, the content just wouldn't be as good if it hadn't been for them photography locations. So do keep that in mind. Use Google Maps and look at them books if they interest you.
The other book to look out for are the Wild series. Get Wild Scotland, they do Wild Spain, I think they do Wild France, and they will show you different places as well for wild camping, for places of interest, but like the title says, out in the sticks, out in the wild, so they're always worth a good look as well.
Looks like I've pulled the short straw again tonight. But tonight is curry night, which means stinking the van out. But we do like to put our vegetables in there. It's funny because we only recently really discovered courgette. But yeah, it's a really easy food. It keeps for ages in the van, so that's really handy. And it goes into, we just put it into absolutely everything now. In fact, we've replaced our potatoes with courgette. I know. The Irish out there, Kieran Buckley, how dare us get rid of potatoes for courgette? But yeah, it's just easy. And the reason why they're easier than potatoes is the cook time. You can lightly fry them, which are gorgeous. When they go golden, guys, they're gorgeous. even sometimes when you make them go a little bit dark, and very, very nice. So tonight is a chicken curry, korma based, because Claire likes korma. I like spicy. Claire likes korma. No, cold meat's never nice. I just showed you that for a reason, and the reason behind that is another consideration when you're in a van is meat is horrible when it gets onto a chopping board. So cut the meat in the plastic pack. You're going to throw that away afterwards, and that way you're not contaminating your chopping board. Just a little thing, but where we can, we try to chop in the packaging it came in. Your mushrooms have shrunk. It's funny, isn't it? How some things shrink in the heat and others in the cold. Oh, I'll leave that. What do you mean? Did you hear that, folks? We'll leave that to your imagination.
Yeah. So another little tip is with your rice water
And pasta water.
and pasta water, tip it into a bowl, a small plastic bowl like we've got, and then once you've taken your curry or whatever it is out the pan that's usually going to stick to it and make it difficult to clean, pour the water into there. Yeah, just helps with the cleaning process and stops wasting water in the van as well.
So we're going to get an early night tonight, guys. We're going to sign off now. We're going to have a game of Ludo. You've seen us play Ludo, so you don't need to watch us again, because tomorrow we're going to hoik our equipment all the way through them switchbacks again up to the top. I want a picture of the tree and the mountain in the background, and Claire also saw something when she decided to leave me while I scrambled up to the top of the mountain. So we'll go and take a look in the morning. So adios, au revoir.
Good night.
Bonne nuit.